Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 30th of October 2024. This day is celebrated as World Thrift Day. World Thrift Day is observed on 30th of October every year in India and worldwide. It is observed on 31st of October. This day is devoted to the promotion of savings all over the world. In 1961, from the history point of view, the Soviet Union detonates the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful explosive device ever detonated. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that in closing message, Harris presented herself as a unifier, offering a new generation of leadership. Vice President Kamala Harris presented her closing arguments on Tuesday, October 29, 2024 night for why she and not her Republican opponent Donald Trump should run the country. Speaking on the ellipse park between the White House and the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., Kamala Harris presented her two contrasting visions of America, hers and Mr. Trump's. With 1 week to go for the United States elections, the Democratic candidate for the United States presidency, Vice President Kamala Harris, presented her closing arguments on Tuesday, October 29, 2024, night for why she and not her Republican opponent Donald Trump should run the country. Speaking on the ellipse park between the White House and the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., Ms. Harris presented two contrasting visions of America, hers and Mr. Trump's. As she addressed a crowd of tens of thousands, the location was part of the message. Mr. Trump delivered a speech from the ellipse on January 6, 2021, which roused a mob of his supporters to attack the United States Capitol. What is next for Israel and Iran? A flock of birds fly as the smoke rises from the site of an Israeli airstrike in Dahiya, in the southern suburb of Beirut, Lebanon. Sections in Israel's political class had said that the Iranian attack was an opportunity for Israel to destroy Iran's nuclear program. Israel's airstrikes in Iran on October 26 have taken West Asia a step closer towards a regional war. The attack itself was not surprising. Israel had promised that it would strike Iran in retaliation for the latest ballistic missile attack at Israel on October 1st. The question was what Israel would target. Sections in Israel's political class had said that the Iranian attack was an opportunity for Israel to destroy Iran's nuclear program. Some said Israel should target Iran's oil fields or ports to exact a heavy economic price from the already sanctions hit Islamic Republic. Some others suggested that Israel should target Iran's senior military figures, especially IRGC commanders, but Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, seemed to have ignored those suggestions and settled for military sites as targets. To be sure, the attack itself marked an escalation in the crisis in April month when Israel attacked Iran in the retaliation for Tehran's first direct attack at Israel. It targeted an air defense system in Isfahan, and did not even claim the attack. Israel in the past had carried out several operations in Iran, but never owned them up. But this time, when Israeli jets were settled in Iranian airspace, the IDF announced that it was carrying out an attack in Iran. This marked a change in Israel's conflict with Iran and in its signal that Israel would directly attack Iran if the latter hit back. But at the same time, by deciding to avoiding hitting Iran's critical infrastructure such as its nuclear sites and oil fields and refineries, Israel also shows signs of caution. Either under the pressure from the United States President Joe Biden had publicly voiced his opposition to attacking Iran's nuclear sites, or by its own strategic assessment, Israel is not ready for a full-scale war, not yet. Sheikh Hasina trying to provoke armed rebellion, says BNP. File Prime Minister Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina. Several audio recordings of purported conversations between deposed Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and members of her party, the Awami League, have stirred controversy in the Bangladesh, with her opponents accusing her of trying to incite violence as the interim government plans the next election cycle. In the latest audio clip that went viral on Sunday, ex-Prime Minister Hasina can be heard saying that those who target her party members would face consequences. Though the reports of the phone calls from the former Prime Minister Hasina began circulating soon after she was forced to leave Dhaka on August 5. In a helicopter, the matter gained attention in September month when a conversation between her and an Awami League supporter from the United States was shared widely. In the conversation, she had said, I can return quickly if necessary." In the latest conversation, Sheikh Hasina can be heard saying, "You should make a list of those who are carrying out attacks on our people. No one will be spared. I can return any moment." The conversations were initially dismissed as being generated by artificial intelligence, but subsequently began to be taken seriously after Jahangir Kabir, General Secretary of Bargunga district of Awami League, was arrested by police for conspiring with Hasina, who is currently wanted in multiple cases related to the student uprising in Bangladesh. Now, going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper, states that exclusive 6 service chiefs back military theatre commands former Chief of Defence Staff Bipin Rawat and current CDS Anil Chauhan. New Delhi. India has taken a firm step towards the creation of the military theatre commands by achieving a consensus between the chiefs of the 3 services, first in April month and then again in October. All 3 services got new chiefs in the intervening months, and the Chief of the Defence Staff CDS in favor of the integrated formations and the communications and the optimum utilization of the resources, according to the people familiar with the matter. Hindustan Times learns that the military theatre command's plan is ready and will be soon put up before the apex political leadership for approval. The first firm step towards the theatre commands was taken on May month of 10, when the government notified the Inter-Service Organization Command, Control and Discipline Act aimed at achieving synergy amongst the 3 services rather than impose the military theatre commands on the 3 services. The government, through the CDS General Anil Chauhan, has adopted a bottom-up approach by discussing the entire proposal at every level of the services. The country will have 3 commands centered on the military threat from the west to north and in the maritime domain, which includes the island territories. Defense Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh and the National Security Planners have been briefed about the recommendations of the CDS on the military theatre commands. The people cited above added they explained that India's plan is granular and that the services have agreed to centralize communications, intelligence, cybersecurity, and logistics. The 3 services currently operate on separate communication networks. This means a high response time, as everything had to go through their respective services headquarters in Delhi. Nor was there a seamless sharing of intelligence between the services with the Army, Navy, and the Air Force, working purely on a need-to-know basis. India and China wrapping up disengagement at hotspots. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi meet on the sidelines of the BRICS summit in Kazan, Russia on October 23, 2024. The disengagement of Indian and the Chinese armies from Depsang and Temchok in eastern Ladakh is almost over, with both sides simultaneously carrying out the joint verification of the troop and equipment pullback to specified and mutually agreed distance from the face-off sites, people aware of the development said on Tuesday. As a part of the disengagement process, the Indian Army and the Chinese People's Liberation Army PLA have pulled back their forward deployed troops and equipment from the 2 flashpoints along the contested line of actual control and dismantled temporary structures that had come up there after the military stand-up began in the May month of 2020. The people are asking not to be named. The disengagement is mostly over, and its final verification is being done in the line with the agreement reached by India and China on October 21 to reduce border tensions, said one of the people. The development will allow the Indian Army and the PLA get past a 2-year impasse in negotiations to narrow down differences and find a resolution of the outstanding issues along the line of actual control. The fourth and the last round of the disengagement from patrolling point 15 in the Gogra hot springs area took place in the September month of 2022 after which the attacks were deadlocked. Climate crisis posing grave health survival threats report. Climate activists protested in London on Monday. Between 2014 and 2023, each infant and adult in India aged above 65 was exposed to an average of 7.7 and 8.4 heat wave days per year respectively, an increase of 47% and 58% compared to 1990 to 1999. According to a paper documenting the impact of the climate crisis on people's lives, health and well-being published in the Lancet on Wednesday. New global findings in the 8th annual indicator report of the Lancet Countdown on Health and Climate Change revealed that the people in every country face record-breaking threats to health and survival from the rapidly changing climate, with the 10 of the 15 indicators tracking health threats reaching concerning new records. Now, going towards the economy of the country from the business point of view, oil companies hike a dealer commission, no change in petrol diesel price. At present, dealers are paid rupees 1,868.14 per kiloliter plus 0.875% of produce billable price as commission on petrol. The same on diesel is rupees 1,389.35 per kil plus 0.28% of product billable price. This will go up rupees 0.65 per liter on petrol and 0.44 liter on diesel. Reserve Bank of India buys 32.63 tons of gold in first half of financial year 2025 from the banking and finance point of view. According to the Reserve Bank of India, the value of its gold holdings has shot up to $65.74 billion as of September of 2024 as against $52.67 billion in the March month of 2024. Gold prices 999 variety were at rupees 78,745 per 10 grams in Mumbai in Tuesday. Urban areas see slowdown in the car sales, most impacted in entry-level segment. In fact, data from the dealers grouping shows that sales of two-wheelers, three-wheelers, commercial vehicles and tractors all fell in urban areas in the same period in the range of 1 to 12%. R.C. Bhargava, chairman of the Maruti Suzuki India, on Tuesday said that while overall retail sales in the country were up by 14% over the last year, sales in urban areas saw a dip, even as the rural areas showed an uptick. Now, going towards the world news, including Kamala Harris warns of dangers of another Trump presidency during closing argument of January 6th speech site. CNN bans panelist over racist comment to Muslim journalist Mehdi Hassan. Ukrainians should strike back if North Korean troops cross into the Ukraine, says Biden. Weeks after Sinwar's death, Hamas officials say group open to discussing ceasefire deal. Trump accuses Kamala Harris of a campaign of hate as race tightens before the election. Trump's rally, Steve Bannon, released from the prison just 1 week ahead of the United States election. Now, going towards science and tech, we have the graphene supercapacitors fuel next generation variables. Graphene supercapacitors are expected to experience a rapid growth driven by increasing investments in the renewable energy and electric mobility apart from the flexible electronics market. Flexible and variable electronics are being touted as the next generation technology, showing a wide variety of the uses including diagnostics, but researchers say these devices will reach their full potential only when the energy systems powering them are just as adaptable. The further of variable and portable devices depends on the energy storage that can bend, stretch and conform without limits in the this context, the potential of graphene-based superconductors is attracting attention from major tech hubs worldwide. Key applications for such devices are for a portable miniaturized energy storage for wearable medical implants, environmental sensor, consumer application, and low-power electronics. Graphene supercapacitors could soon become a cornerstone in the future of sustainable energy storage as the demand for greener and faster energy solutions grows, says Sanket Goel, Dean Research and Innovation, MEMS Microfluidics and Nanoelectronics Lab at Birla Institute of Technology and Science, BITS Plani, Hyderabad. Sorry. The research team, in collaboration with the University of Buffalo, United States, including Thomas Thundat, a PhD student, Himanshi Avasti, and researcher Pawar Sai Kumar, had developed an energy storage solution using flexible laser-induced nanographene supercapacitors poised to revolutionize low-power applications. All India Institute of Medical Science, Bibinagar, to boost tuberculosis care in Telangana with the aerial aid. A drone being prepared for the flight from AIIMS Bibinagar to nearby the primary health care center during a live demonstration on Tuesday. The All India Institute of Medical Science AIIMS Bibinagar on Tuesday marked a step in the healthcare accessibility with the launch of drone services for health outreach. Around 2 p.m., patients and bystanders gathered outside the institute's administration building to witness two drones, a smaller and a bigger unmanned aerial vehicle (UAV), stationed on a synthetic mat featuring a QR code, operated by locally trained drone riders. These drones are soon took flight over the Kondamudhu Primary Healthcare PHC, located about 10 kilometers from the institute. Inaugurated virtually by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the initiative is part of a series of health projects designed to enhance access to essential services in remote and underserved areas. The drone services of AIIMS Bibinagar in the Yadadri Bhuvanagiri district aims to streamline the transport of sputum samples from PSC in remote areas to district tuberculosis units. With the medicine delivered back to the PHCs on the return flights, the project operates under the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program and seeks to access the feasibility of drones for transporting medical samples and drugs in the tribal and hilly regions, where access to healthcare facilities can be challenging. During Tuesday's demonstration, the two drones covered the 10-kilometer round trip to Kandamandugu, a PSC, in just 5 minutes, safely transporting medical samples inside a secure enclosure. Staff at the receiving PSC were pre-notified to promptly collect the samples, which were immediately processed for TB testing. Samita Agarwal, in charge of the ICMR Indian Council of Medical Research Drone Unit, highlighted similar drone initiatives across the India that have enhanced healthcare accessibility and affordability. The AIIMS drone team recognized the ASHA workers and drone daddies who have played a crucial role in making the project a success. At last, there's a famous quotation by a famous Indian nationalist Subhash Chandra Bose, whose birth anniversary is 23rd of January in 1897. Up to 18 August 1945, was an Indian nationalist who defends the British authority in India, made him a hero among the many Indians. But his wartime alliances with the Nazi Germany and the Imperial Japan left a legacy vexed by authoritarianism, anti-Semitism, and military failure. The honorific Netaji Hindustani respected leader was first applied to Bose in Germany in the early 1942 by the Indian soldiers of the Indici Legion and the German and the Indian officials in Special Bureau of India in Berlin. It is now used throughout the India. Bose died from third-degree burns after his plane crashed in Japanese Taiwan on August 18, 1945. Some of Indians did not believe that the crash had occurred, expecting Bose to return to secure India's independence. The Indian National Congress, the main instrument of Indian nationalism, praised Bose's patriotism but distanced itself from his tactics and ideology. The British Raj never seriously threatened by the INA, charged 300 INA officers with treason in the Indian National Army trials but eventually backtracked in the face of the opposition of by the Congress and the new mood in the Britain for rapid decolonization in India. Bose's legacy is mixed among many in India. He is seen as a hero, his saga serving as a word be counterpoise to many actions of regeneration, negotiation, and reconciliation over a quarter century through which the independence of India was achieved. His collaboration with the Japanese fascism and Nazism posed a serious ethical dilemmas, especially his reluctance to publicly criticize the worst excess of German anti-Semitism from 1938 onwards, or to offer refuge in India to its victims. Subhash Chandra Bose says a very famous quotation. He says that life loses half its interest if there is no struggle, if there are no risks to be taken. Okay, thank you.